Hello and welcome back. Today we are continuing with the Fanhome Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. We are now on part 77 and we will be returning to our Triceratops assembly. We are rapidly approaching the end here and I am getting increasingly concerned that I have nowhere to put this. But without further ado, it's building time. So, interestingly, part 77 has come in a cardboard box. The only way to donate it's part 77 is by the barcode at the bottom. Interestingly, or as I said, this is the only one. Opening the next box as well. All the others have come in the standard packaging, and the next few issues are the Triceratops. So I have no idea why this has been packed as such when none of the others have been. I'm of the personal opinion these should have been packed like this from the beginning, but that's me being pedantic. But anyway, here we have all of our little bits and pieces. So they're all tucked away in tiny little baggies. Let's get these opened. Let's get some clippers to tear the plastic baggies. This will do. Tear one. I've got loads of little clippy bitty bits. Here we've got some bits on a spindle. Carriage, some PB screws. Let's get those opened. And that is that. And then we have the side of the Triceratops. There we go. These are all opened. So this appears to be a simple assembly stage with us. Of course. So it looks like I'm assuming we're going to have a load of spare bits lying around. However, this isn't clear because the instructions don't actually show what's left over. But we'll see as we go. So first up, we need to bring in our body and put that to one side. Then we need to bring in the side piece, which we assembled a ways back. I ended up gluing these two bits to stop them coming off. I also managed to flip this around so it was the right way. Now this will supposedly come in like so. Somehow this all comes together. Right, okay, so there is screw ports here and connectors here. And it's a case of faffing around a bit and just getting these lined up and assembled together. He says hopefully. Take the final assembly from issue 56 and position it on the left side of the Triceratops dinosaur's left. Inner bodies plates of the toe tabs on the left side undercarriage fit into the guides on the left internal plate. So this. Can't be. That's not good. These will supposedly. It really feels like I'm missing something. That's why these two bits are currently right. Okay, so this is how this came delivered. It's packed as and pressed together as one piece. They are supposed to be two separate units. So another case of having to try and undo something. Thankfully that wasn't too bad. That explains why I couldn't get things fitted. Now that slides in like that, that goes in there, so you can see there's two lips here, but we'll see those slide in. That will then come over. Nope. No, this does not go over yet. This connects to the side of our Triceratops. This is something else I wanted to mention actually. You can see here the chain once again has broken on the inside and pulled right out. I've tucked it up in there so it wasn't getting in the way. It's a case of the keyring loop has obviously been widened and come off the chain. That is really disappointing, and there is now no way for me to fix this given everything is fully assembled. I don't think, I suppose maybe I could try pulling the head off, but I don't think it will work because everything's tabbed in. That one's fine, it's just the other one. So that's very disappointing and shouldn't have happened. Obviously I'm not really going to use the chains, but that shouldn't be happening, you know. I do wonder. I might have a play after. You know what, let's see. Okay, I was able to get the head off. Unfortunately, there is no way to get now without complete dismantling and potentially breaking wires to get to the chain to fix it, I don't think. Try. Try getting to that one, but it's not going to. No, I just can't. I'm going to risk breaking things, so I'm going to have to leave it, which is very disappointing and frustrating. And it's just, once again, one of those little things that should not be happening on a premium end product like this. So let's get these screwed back in. Okay, after that slight detour, we're back. This now needs to fit onto here. So again, there are screw ports here and they will fit on like so, supposedly. That slides under, that goes in like so. Yep. Then we need our screws. One and two. Two. Then we bring in left cover and fit this together. And there will be a screw here, here, and here. Careful, the head's turning there. I don't want to accidentally break that. That appears to be that done. Horn loves to come out, so let's feed this chain back in. Come on, there you go. There we go. Fit that. It's completely lopsided at the moment, but it is there. Then finally place the top left decorative body trim over the... Okay, so this goes here. It does need some glue to fit that into place. There's my glue. I was looking for that one the other day. That should then hold that in place. I'll let the glue sit on that. The other bits are supposed to be left until the next assembly, so we will leave those for now. And the next assembly is part 78, which is literally just a piece of metal. Now I don't, and again it comes back to one of those little annoyance things that, you know, if you're assembling this monthly, you potentially have all these loose bits lying around until the next stage, which is annoying because there's no reason that this couldn't have been a pack on its own, and I don't understand why it wasn't. Even more interestingly is the next stage is to put these on, despite, you know, this being stages that could have been in the previous issue. I know it's pernickety and I'm being, you know, whatever, but it's just one of those little things where you go, yeah, did you really have to do it that way? Right, include these in the next issue and have us assemble them, or have us assemble them now and just give us something smaller in the next issue. Again, I'm just being, you know, I seem to be complaining for the sake of it. And I do want to stress that despite making these complaints, I'm not enjoying this. I am. I'm enjoying the build. I think it's going to look fantastic when it's fully assembled. It's just those tiny little Jeez, this one's not going in. Ah, there it is. Those little things where you go, oh, well, couldn't you have done it that way? And, you know, but it is what it is. Then, right, okay. This is number one. This is number two. Number one is the smaller piece there. Oh, it's kind of obvious once you look at it, but yeah. There we go. So this one goes in like so. There we go. Where's it in? Then this piece will come underneath. Right, so this clips in like so. It says maybe. Oh yeah, I see. That just clips in like that. And then all those bits which we got in the previous assembly stage have now been assembled in assembly stage 78. The part for 78 is actually left to one side for a future assembly stage. So yeah, we've now just got this piece left, which is the bit we got from this assembly. See, it's those little things where, well, why not include all those little bits with this? You still get your exact same assembly stage, you still get bits left over, you still get the future assembly, still get the same number of issues, but what could have been done, it is what it is. It's no harm, it's no foul. Next up, we are looking to start on part 79, which is now the right front undercarriage of the Triceratops. So for the time being, we can put that to one side. Open this, take out these bits, threads, knots, all of our screws, our wheels, our tag, etc., etc. That is those are the PWB screws. These are PV screws. And these are PMW screws. Those little bits of plastic. Right. First up is taking our metal piece from the previous assembly stage, taking our undercarriage, and this will fit like so. Screw will come in at the back here, and it's the PMW screw, which is our silver one. So with these part works, what I would be interested to know is if they establish how many issues they're going to have up front and then divide the parts accordingly, or if they just divide the parts and then go, oh look, we've reached 130 issues or whatever, and go, that's the number we're aiming for. Presumably they work out the number of issues they're aiming for and then go, well, we're going to divide these parts X, Y, and Z. I do feel that if this had been a part work that you picked up in, WH Smith's or wherever, that this could and maybe should have been a smaller number of issues. Obviously, with it being a online exclusive one, it's been essentially divided into 24 monthly deliveries, which makes sense. So 24, 120 issues. But there are bits which you go, actually, this could have been shortened down by a few issues. So I do wonder if perhaps if this had been a retailer artwork, if that would have affected the issues we got and how they've been provided. Not that so next up is to put this in, and there are 2 PWB screws, which are these 2. PWB screws. There we go, that's those assembled. Next is the assembly of our track. So this is that way with that, and then this coming out, it says, possibly. You're not doing it. You're not being my friend. Oh. Okay. That's better. Got it around the wrong way. We get 2 of these. Our PP screws that will screw in like so, and this one that's it. That's nice and tight. Then it's the wheels, and these are numbered, so the smaller ones are going to go on the 2 insides and the larger ones on the outside. Try not to mix them up this time. There we go. 1, 2, 2. Damn it. Did get one of them mixed up. There it is. There we go. 1 and 2. There we go. They're in. Next up is to bring this and connect it. So this is connecting to the front track. It goes in like that. Our connector piece will go over like so. Bring in 2 screws. Move that out of the way. I will say that some of the features that are starting to appear in the Triceratops have definitely been thought out well. I like the fact that the tracks descend and ascend, and it appears that the side piece will also extend outwards. That's quite rare to see in the Triceratops Zords available. Hopefully that's a little tighter fit once everything's finished, but yeah, so then you can have them transform and the tracks come out. And that's a nice touch. There's some nice features there which I haven't necessarily seen before in a Megazord. Then we're on to part 80. And then after this finally would be part 81, which I believe will finish off the Triceratops assembly for now. Get a bunch of screws. Get a single metal piece again. At least we've got some screws and we can do something with this by the looks of things. Yep, it's literally flip it to this and then secure with our 3 screws. So it's a simple build step, but at least we actually get to do something and we haven't got leftover pieces from a previous issue. And the third assembly. Nice, simple, done. And next, and finally for today, is part 81, which is the other tread for the Triceratops. And just 1 set of PB screws, and yeah, after this we will be moving back to our saber-tooth tiger. So this is it for now. Let's get our PB screws. I think we know what to do with our treads. No, I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? No, I was the right way. That's why it wasn't clipped in properly. So do this. There we go. 1, 2. 2. Then our wheels. Big wheels on the end, smaller wheels in the middle. There we go, that's our wheels assembled. Then we need a connector. This comes in and sits exactly the same as the other one, with our connector piece resting over the 2 ports. Get rid of our spare screw. Bring in our screw. Screw this. It's 1. And 1 more. 2. There we go. That's them secure. Next up is painting all of our little bits. So first up is this plate, which will come down here. It says to use dropper connector glue on this bit, but this one is so tight that I don't think it needs it. It's fine. This bit, and which way did I have the vents? Get the vents facing downwards. So they came in like that. Again, connector glue, but tight enough that I don't think they're going to pop out, so that's fine. This piece goes up here. It's nice and tight. This piece goes on the back here. Such tight that I can't even get it lined in. There we go. Nice and tight. Then will be our claws. These do just need a drop of glue. One. 2 and 3. They are nice and secure. This comes in and fits over here. Again, you're going to want some glue on this. That one's secure. Why haven't the others secured? There we go. So I realise I've been doing all of that off camera. There we go. That's those assembled. And there we have it. There is the next several stages of the Triceratops build complete. As I said, we're now moving back to our saber-toothed tiger. So the next few issues we'll be seeing that assembly. Triceratops is definitely coming along nicely. Bar my gripe with the chain, I'm quite happy with how this is coming along. I think it's got some nice little features in it, such as the extending out and the drop of the treads, and you know, the horns if they work. But otherwise it's definitely coming together nicely. We are certainly rapidly running towards the end of this assembly, and I'm going to be really interested to see all of this fully assembled and on display. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, stay safe and may the power protect you.